You wake up at 2 a.m. to the sound of your door being kicked in. 3 young men in their 20s spill into your doorway. Your hands ache from arthritis. Your reflexes aren't what they once were. Your body won't move like it did at 30. But here's the twist. What they don't know is that you have an advantage they can't see. You've learned something most people never do: how to turn age into power. You understand force equalization. You know that brains, tools and preparation outweigh raw strength. And if you stay tuned, you're about to learn exactly how to survive, even thrive, in situations that would flatten a younger, stronger opponent. And while we dive into these secrets, hit that subscribe button, because the forgotten war fronts is where the old battles teach modern survival. Most people ignore the truth about getting older. But the body changes in ways that affect how you defend yourself. Grip strength can decline by nearly half between 60 and 80. Reaction time slows, bones become fragile, and balance isn't what it used to be. Even low-light vision deteriorates, turning the simplest hallway into a minefield. These are not excuses, they are realities. A prepper who acknowledges these limits and plans for them becomes far more dangerous than one who pretends age doesn't matter. Forget fancy martial arts and hand-to-hand techniques. Grappling with arthritis on the floor is how lives are lost. Close combat with younger attackers is a losing proposition. What you need are tools and methods that make your body's limits irrelevant. This is where strategy overtakes brute force. What worked at 30 often fails at 70. Heavy handguns and high-recoil firearms punish aging joints and hands. A .44 Magnum you once carried becomes more threat to yourself than to an intruder. Instead, look for manageable options. A 20-gauge shotgun delivers stopping power with less recoil than a 12-gauge, making follow-up shots faster and safer. A 9mm handgun balances stopping power, recoil and ammunition capacity. If that still feels too heavy, a .380 ACP can do the job without straining your hands. The trigger pull matters more as arthritis sets in. A 12-pound double-action trigger will rob your accuracy. Find something light and crisp, around 4 to 6 pounds. Slide manipulation can be impossible with weak hands, so revolvers or semi-autos with easy rack slides become invaluable. And never underestimate the power of good sights. Fibre optic or night sights are essential. Red dot pistols, once a futuristic luxury, are a revelation for aging eyes. Target acquisition becomes faster, more precise, and less stressful. Weight and grip size also dictate performance. A steel 1911 may have felt perfect at 30, but becomes a cumbersome burden later. Polymer frames in the 20 to 25-ounce range offer the control and endurance you need. Always test your firearm. Rent it, shoot it, feel it. Make sure it fits you, not the other way around. Traditional tactical training is brutal on older bodies. Rapid kneeling transitions, repeated low stances and high-intensity drills can injure joints and strain muscles. You don't need flashy maneuvers. You need realistic preparation. Practice drawing from positions you'll actually use, standing, sitting behind cover, or from your usual carry location. Wearing the clothes you normally wear, using your real holster, not a competition rig. Accuracy always beats speed. A calm, precise shot in 2 seconds beats a panicked strike in 1. One-handed shooting becomes critical when the other hand is needed for a cane, phone, or to open a door. Learn to shoot with your weak hand. Practice clearing malfunctions until the movements are instinctive. Electronic hearing protection and robust eye protection aren't optional. They're survival insurance. As your senses age, preserving what remains becomes crucial. Find instructors who understand older shooters. Most tactical experts train elite operators who thrive on speed and aggression. That approach will break your body. Look for adaptive, senior-friendly programs that teach realistic, repeatable techniques. This is knowledge passed down like a frontier survival secret. Simple, effective, and life-saving. Age doesn't just change your body, it changes the way the law treats you. Prosecutors often assume seniors should retreat, or, that overreacting can be framed as excessive. Understanding your state's castle doctrine and duty to retreat laws is vital. After any defensive incident, the first call isn't to police, it's to your attorney. Your words matter. Medical records, arthritis, heart conditions, and mobility limitations all become evidence supporting why you feared for your life. CCW insurance is, honestly, an investment in peace of mind. Programs like US Law Shield and USCCA cover the astronomical costs of legal defense that follow even justified defensive actions. One of the hardest lessons older preppers learn is that ego is far more dangerous than any intruder. A disputed parking spot, a road rage incident, or a verbal insult is not worth risking a broken hip or worse. Avoid unnecessary confrontations. Engage physically only when your life or the life of a loved one is genuinely threatened. Awareness, avoidance, and avoidance again are your most effective weapons. A sharp mind keeps the body out of danger far more than a gun ever will. Firearms are not the only answer. Pepper spray, especially the gel variety, works reliably, legally, and without permanent injury. Taser or stun guns can help, but require accuracy and proximity, often unrealistic at 70. Walking canes, once a humble support, become lethal tools in trained hands. Flashlights serve double duty, illuminate your environment, and blind attackers temporarily. Personal alarms, loud and simple, attract attention and deter threats. These are tools your younger opponents underestimate, but you can wield them with precision. Your home is the battleground you control. Reinforced doors, secure window frames with 3-inch screws into studs, and use security films to slow intruders. Motion-activated lights reveal hiding spots, while cameras, real or convincingly fake, deter casual criminals and document any encounter. Safe rooms are not the luxury of the wealthy. Even a reinforced bedroom with a deadbolt can be a defensible stronghold. Keep your firearm, phone, and medical kit inside. Don't attempt to clear the house. Wait behind cover. Let intruders take your possessions. They're replaceable. Your life is not. Know your angles, your family's locations, and the paths you can retreat or cover. Shotguns excel in hallways, offering stopping power, limited range, and less over-penetration than rifles. Practice in low light. Night vision deteriorates faster than you think, and most home invasions occur under the cover of darkness. Real defensive encounters last just seconds. Adrenaline, you know, will flood your body. Your hands will shake, your vision will tunnel, and your hearing will narrow. Complex techniques, honestly, tend to fail under stress, but simple, well-practiced actions survive. Visualization is key here. So, run scenarios in your head over and over again, and accept that the first shock may freeze you briefly. The goal, really, is that your training and preparation kick in immediately after, turning that hesitation into action. Afterward, process your emotions with professional guidance. Fear, anger, relief. These are all normal. Denial is the enemy, but preparation is the ally. You don't have to be a tactical operator. What you need are realistic tools, training that respects your body, and judgment tempered by experience. Start small. Test your firearms. Get your CCW permit. Harden your home. Practice avoidance. Train both your mental and physical responses. The fights you never enter honestly are the ones you win. Knowledge, prudence, and preparation. These are the weapons older preppers wield better than anyone else. The secret, passed down from the old frontiers to forgotten battlefields, is simple. Your brain is your greatest weapon. Age only matters if you let it. Stay alert. Stay ready. Protect yourself and your family. History favours the prepared, and wisdom favours the survivor.